This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight. In Major League Baseball, Yesavage leads Blue Jays to World Series brink with 6-1 win over Dodgers. Bronson Meydi stands atop the podium at the 29th Siargao International Surfing Cup QS 6000. Kai Trump set for LPGA debut. Sponsor exemption grants Teen Star shot on the big stage. Alyssa Solomon gets the green light to play for Alas Pilipinas in the Southeast Asian Games. In the NBA, Austin Reaves lifts the Lakers with buzzer beater over the Timberwolves. And get to know Jun Aquino, the artist who immortalized iconic moments in the ring and the highlights of the historic thriller in Manila 2. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 30th of October. Now, here's our roundup. Blue Jays rookie pitcher Trey Yesavage threw a masterclass, striking out 12 and allowing just one run as Toronto beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-1, moving one win away from their first World Series title in 32 years. After tying the series in Game 4, the Blue Jays took a 3-2 lead in the best-of-7 MLB championship with another dominant performance at Dodger Stadium. Toronto exploded off the start. Leadoff homers from Davis, Schneider, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gave the Blue Jays an early lead, the first time in World Series history a team hit back-to-back leadoff homers. Yesavage, 22, stunned the star-studded Dodgers lineup, throwing 104 pitches over 7 innings with no walks, becoming the first pitcher in World Series history to record 12 strikeouts without a walk. The Dodgers tried to fight back. Enrique Hernandez's homer in the third inning was quickly followed by errors and sacrifice flies, allowing Toronto to extend the lead to 5-1. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa added another run in the 8th, and Toronto's bullpen closed out the win. With Game 6 set in Toronto, the Blue Jays are one win away from making history. Indonesia's Bronson Meydi took command of the world-famous Cloud9 lineup, delivering a powerful, stylish, and seamlessly controlled performance to claim the top spot at the 29th Siargao International Surfing Cup QS 6000. From the early heats to the final showdown, Meydi was in complete rhythm with the break, linking his turns with speed, flow, and confidence that set the standard for the rest of the field. The event, presented by the Philippine Sports Commission, runs until October 31, with action expected to continue as the swell builds and more athletes chase crucial qualifying series points at Cloud9. Bronson Meydi making waves and making a statement. Meanwhile, Kai Trump, granddaughter of U.S. President Donald Trump, is poised to step onto the bright lights of the LPGA Tour next month after securing a sponsor exemption to compete in the Anika at Pelican Golf Club November 13 to 16. The 17-year-old standout from the Benjamin School in Palm Beach County and future University of Miami Hurricane currently sits at number 461 in the AJGA Girls Rankings, but her game and growing influence have turned heads across junior golf. Beyond the fairways, Trump has built a massive online presence with over 6 million followers across multiple platforms and recently launched a lifestyle and apparel brand aimed at empowering young women in sports. LPGA executive Ricky Lasky emphasized the purpose behind the invitation, saying sponsor exemptions help elevate emerging talent and connect the tour with new and younger audiences. Nelly Corda returns as defending champion, while WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark is set to join the Pro-Am on November 12, adding even more star power to the week. Volleyball star Alyssa Solomon is set to head home to represent the Philippines in upcoming SEA Games. Her team, Alas Pilipinas, is eagerly awaiting her return. The Philippine athlete, who currently plays for Osaka Marvelous in Japan's SV League for the 2025-26 season, has been granted permission by her club to play for Alas Pilipinas. Alyssa's return adds strength and experience to Alas Pilipinas as they prepare to challenge for gold at the SEA Games. Fans and teammates alike are excited to see her back on home court. With the UAAP's 88th season Final Four heating up, Mike Phillips has LaSalle in playoff mode, driving the Green Archers to their 4th straight win over winless UE. Phillips put up 14 points and 12 rebounds, keeping his team locked in, focused, and unfazed by rising stakes. And there's more. Phillips was named to the Gilas Pilipinas pool for the 2025 SEA Games. While focused on LaSalle, he's eager to represent the Philippines and learn from the best. The Green Archers' 4th consecutive win pushes them into a share of second place with defending champion UP, both holding 6-3 records. And with Phillips leading the charge, LaSalle looks ready to turn this Final Four run into a full-blown playoff charge. Moving on to the NBA, Austin Reaves hit a game winner at the buzzer, driving into the paint and draining a jumper to give the Los Angeles Lakers a 116-115 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Reaves led the Lakers with 28 points and 16 assists, while Jake LaRavia added 27 points on nearly perfect shooting. Julius Randle scored 33 points for Minnesota, with Jaden McDaniels chipping in 30. The Timberwolves stormed back with a 9-0 run to take a late lead, but Reaves closed the door with his cold-blooded finish. The Lakers played without LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and several others, while Minnesota remained without Anthony Edwards. The night belonged to Austin Reaves, who delivered when it mattered most. And now, here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Where do figure skaters go to find out if their performance scored big or fell short? The kiss and cry in figure skating. The kiss and cry is the designated area where skaters wait after their routine to receive scores from the judges. It's a place filled with anticipation, nerves, and often emotion, hence the name, where hugs, kisses, or tears happen in front of cameras and fans. It is called the kiss and cry because it captures the raw reactions of athletes, whether they're overjoyed or heartbroken right after their performance. So next time you watch figure skating, keep your eyes on the kiss and cry because that is where the drama truly unfolds on ice. And now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Former F1 driver Felipe Massa is now deep in a $128 million legal battle in the British High Court, arguing that he was wrongfully denied the 2008 Formula One World Championship because of the controversial Singapore Grand Prix incident known as Crashgate. Massa is pursuing damages and a revision of the season results, claiming that F1 officials, including Bernie Ecclestone, Formula One management, and the FIA, failed to act after learning that Nelson Piquet Jr. had deliberately crashed to benefit his Renault teammate Fernando Alonso. Massa was leading that night in Singapore, but after the safety car came out, a costly pit stop mistake saw him drive away with a fuel hose still attached, knocking a crew member down and ruining his race, resulting in a 13th place finish. He would eventually lose the championship to Lewis Hamilton by a single point. Piquet Jr. later confirmed that the crash had been intentional, leading to long suspensions and bans for Renault team figures. Massa's legal team argues that the FIA should have avoided the Singapore results, which they say would have made Massa the champion. The defense, however, is pushing back hard, calling the case misguided and saying Massa's claim ignores what they describe as multiple costly errors made by Massa and his team after the crash. The defense asserts that over the full 2008 season, Lewis Hamilton simply outperformed Massa. The hearing continues through Friday, with the final ruling expected at a later date. That's our roundup for tonight, the 30th of October. Up next, get to know Jun Aquino, the artist who immortalized iconic moments in the ring, and the highlights of the historic Thrilla in Manila 2. When we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to the Scorecard. The just concluded Thrilla in Manila 2 held at the Araneta Coliseum brought excitement, drama, and nostalgia. Sheila Salaysay has all the highlights of the action, plus introduces us to artist Jun Aquino, known for immortalizing some of boxing's most iconic moments.
There's no better way to celebrate the golden anniversary of the iconic Thrilla in Manila than with a night filled with world-class boxing and Filipino victories lighting up the Big Dome. Eman Bacosa, son of boxing legend Manny Pacquiao, continued his winning streak after defeating fellow Pinoy Nico Salado via unanimous decision in their 6-round lightweight clash. The 21-year-old remained undefeated with a 7-0 record, while Salado slipped to 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Filipino Olympic bronze medalist Tumir Marshall also delivered a birthday gift to remember, earning his first professional title after outdueling Eddie Colmenares of Venezuela by majority decision.
On 2 of the 3. Watch it from another angle. Beautiful.
Another highlight, Marlon Tapales put on a show, knocking out Venezuelan opponent Fernando Toro in the 6th round, improving his record to 25 wins with 22 knockouts. The Wonder Boy Carl James Martin proved his class, outpointing former world title challenger Aram Dipaen by a unanimous decision.
And still undefeated.
Remaining unbeaten with 27 wins and 20 knockouts.
Carl.
The crowd also witnessed history as Nico Ali Walsh, the grandson of Muhammad Ali, fought Thai boxer Kitisak Climson to a majority draw, echoing the spirit of his grandfather's legendary bout half a century ago.
Jerusalem now gaining in confidence.
Capping off the night, Melvin Jerusalem successfully defended his WBC minimum weight title against South African challenger Siargao Qusay, marking his 3rd straight title defense. The pride of Manolo Fortich Bukidnon now holds a 25-3 record. And as the gloves came off and the lights dimmed at the Big Dome, another kind of art took the spotlight. Jun Aquino, the artist who immortalized iconic moments inside the ring, continues to paint history, not for glory or recognition, but out of pure passion and love for the sport.
Kasama ko po ang the first Filipino and Asian artist to be inducted in the West Coast Boxing Hall of Fame, si Mr. Jun Aquino. Hi, Sir Jun. Sir, kwentuhan mo naman kami about your exhibit dito.
Ito pinakamasayang araw ko ngayon, pinakamasayang birthday ko kasi nag-birthday ako October 25, 1967. Sakto, 50 years. Sineselebrate ngayon, 1975-2025, ang Thrilla in Manila. Seven years old ako, 1975. Nag-start ako mag-drawing ng Muhammad Ali. Sketches lang, hindi ko naman siya kilala. Binabayaran ako ng piso ng lolo ko, basta igawa ko lang siya ng drawing. Doon na-inspired ako na i-improve ko yung art ko. Gusto kong bilhin yung kambing na bata. Kailangan ko mga at least 30, 40 pesos. Pero hindi na kayang bayaran ng lolo ko. Kaya, ayun, gumawa na lang ako ng gimmick, The Art of Jun Aquino. Nakuha ko yung goat. Pero, ang problema, sa sobrang ingay ng kambing na yon, isinuli rin ng mami ko doon sa kapitbahay namin. Kaya after 50 years, totoong GOAT na yung ginagawa ko. The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
In the world of art, inspiration can come from anywhere. A scene, a person, or an emotion. But why boxing?
Gusto kong maging boxer talaga. Gusto kong kasi malaki yung kamao ko. Gusto kong, alam mo na, naiingit ako dun sa mga boxer na yun, maraming fans, basta masaya yung buhay nila. Pero ang problema, hindi ko talent ang pagiging boksingero. Pero mas gusto ko na yung art kasi nasa bahay lang ako. Kahit sino kaya kong i-knock out sa canvas.
He was honored with the Hall of Fame award, recognizing his remarkable contribution to both art and sports, the first of its kind in the history of the West Coast Boxing Hall of Fame, a triumph built over decades of hard work and dedication.
Never in my wild dreams. Kasi nasa antipolo lang ako, nagdo-drawing lang ako ng simpleng mga boxing format. Tapos magbibigyan ako ng Hall of Fame sa Amerika. Kaya nagpapasalamat din ako kay Senator Manny Pacquiao. Dinala niya ako noong 2011 sa Las Vegas. Doon nagkaroon ako ng linya na makilala ko yung mga promoter ng boxing at na-invite ako minsan mag-share ng art ko. At tuloy-tuloy na yon. Nagdadala ako ng mga paintings ng mga sikat na boxer, ng mga retiree. Iniregalo ko. Wala yon, walang bayad, wala lahat. Yun lang yung ko. Yun lang ang art ko na mapasaya sila.
And as the nation commemorates the thrilla in Manila, his name once again shines. An artist who paints the history of the ring, capturing not just images, but moments that have become part of the nation's story.
Tinawagan ako ng president ng MP Promotion, Sean Gibbons, kung may mga piyesa pa akong pwedeng display. Sabi ko meron, pero konti lang. Pero kung tuluyan, sige, gagawa ako, rush. Sanay naman ako sa deadline eh. Sige, at least mga 15 paintings kaya kong tumapos within 1 or 2 weeks. Sige. Kaya yun, late notice, 1 week before ng 20, tinawagan na ako ng Araneta Coliseum. Go, bibigay na namin sa iyo yung space na gusto mo. Sobra. Hindi ko hanggang ngayon tutuwa ako. Tuwa ako. Wala akong masabi. Kahit sabi mo, walang bumili, hindi ko not for sale. This is not for sale. For display only. Para tribute ko lang sa kanila. Kasi yun ang dream ko eh. Ngayong natapos na yung dream ko at 58 na ako, nakita ko yung childhood dreams ko, na-achieve ko eh. Nadala ko rito eh.
Another opportunity, a chance encounter turned into a meaningful mission.
Nagkaroon kasi ng charity auction. Meron may sakit yung anak ni Chris Angel, yung magician sa Las Vegas. September 12, alam ko ang pangalan ng charity is a health charity para sa batang may mga cancer. So, nagkataon na nandun ako sa isang bahay na tinutuluyan ko. Hindi ko alam, doon pala yung best friend ni Robert Downey, isa Pilipino rin. Kaya nung nasabi niya kay Robert Downey that there's a artist inside my yung old house, yun, pwede siyang maggawa ng charity art for auction para sa mga bata. So, yun, nagulat ako na yung tinitiran ko pala, doon nakatira si Robert Downey. Ngayon, nung natapos ko yung art, sinama niya ako sa bahay niya sa Malibu Beach. Doon na-meet ko yung anak niya, si Indio, saka yung family. Tapos doon niya na rin sinayin yung painting niya para doon kay anak ni Chris Angel. After 1 month, yun, very successful yung event. Maganda yung yung turnout. At malaking bagay sa akin yun kasi nakatulong ako sa mga bata. Yan. Sabi nga nila, all cents will go to the foundation.
The golden anniversary of the iconic thrilla in Manila united champions past and present, a celebration of Filipino pride, courage, and boxing's timeless legacy. And for Jun Aquino, he doesn't just paint champions, he immortalizes their legacy. From the original thrilla in Manila to thrilla in Manila 2, and from icons to the legend Manny Pacquiao, Jun Aquino turns every punch into a painting, every story into art. Because whether in the ring or on the canvas, the Filipino heart always comes out swinging. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Up next, Curry and Butler take their fire to Milwaukee, where Giannis and Doc Rivers are building something big. Experience versus explosion, legacy versus momentum. Somebody's walking out looking like a contender. So tune in, lock in, and as always, keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. Here we go. The Warriors head to Milwaukee for a test that feels bigger then October, both finding their identity early. It's Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler III against the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo and the recharged Bucks squad. And if you're looking for a statement game, this is it. Milwaukee's coming off a classic Giannis night. 37 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists in a comeback win over New York. They were down 12 at the half, then flipped the switch behind their MVP. The Bucks' supporting cast delivered too. Ryan Rollins dropped a career-high 25 points, and Doc Rivers' crew looked like a team that finally found its closing lineup. But this game, it had some layers, okay? Golden State's been quietly resurgent under their new look. Jimmy Butler's edge has changed their DNA. He and Curry have been the perfect balance, fire and finesse. They blew out the Clippers 98-79 behind Butler's 21 and Curry's 19. And the depth pieces, woo, they're coming alive, they're coming alive. Brandon Pazimski, his playmaking, Kinton Post's shooting. It's starting to feel like a Warriors team built for May, not just November. Milwaukee though, these guys have something to prove. Last year they finished 48-34 but never looked fully locked in. Now, Doc's message is simple. Defense first. That's why Giannis has been everywhere, attacking the rim, setting the tone, and leading a team that's top 5 in points per game early. Golden State's defense will get tested. They're 24-17 on the road last year, but Milwaukee's 28-14 home record speaks for itself. The Bucks live in transition, and with both Curry and Butler both likely drawing double teams, the Warriors as role players, guys like Moody and Horford, will have to hit shots and defend in space. Expect a chess match between two teams built completely differently. Golden State wants to grind you down with experience and spacing. Milwaukee wants to overwhelm you with size, speed, and Giannis' relentless pressure. So, if you're the Warriors, you're thinking momentum. With this one on the road, and you're legit again. If they win this one, you're going to be legit again in the West. And if you're Milwaukee, this is about sending a message that they're still built for a title run. That the Doc and Giannis partnership is starting to click. So here we go. Curry versus Giannis. Old dynasty meets new determination. Experience against explosion. Someone's walking out of this looking like a contender. And here is your full breakdown for tomorrow. And that's your NBA pregame classic. 2 heavyweights, 1 early season litmus test. The energy's real, the matchup's prime. And you know the drill. So tune in, lock in, and as always, keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a young setter who became one of the most successful coaches in volleyball history, Bernardo Rezende once said, "You have to be prepared. The motivation to prepare has to be as big as the motivation to win." Sabi nga nila, preparation is half the battle. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.